Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and we are in Blackwater. I think we only have one flaming lockpick fuel left currently. Yes, so I don't want to use that right away. What I want to do, however, is go over here and see if this door might potentially have save, because you never know. Dimension door, single. Sadly, it does not have door controls on the inside, so I'll have to... Oh, it didn't require the flaming fuel. Okay.
Yet another obstacle.
We are going to have to take another rest in here.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Haste. Kind of hoping we could trip one of them at least, but apparently not. Haven't activated that, no. It's coming after Lan, of course. Come on.
Be gone, fiend!
Into the fray!
Actually, they're going out of wound.
You won't survive me.
Cover me, all right?
Fall!
Let's try this way.
Oh, come on. Just die already. Thank you. Jeez.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both? This will hurt.
I could at least wish that it would hurt, but...
Endure this!
I'm having the most dreadful time with my rolls here.
The light, take you!
Thank you. Jeez. We can't go through there yet.
The goddess protects us.
couple of augmented salamanders. Those should not be a problem. Cal, how about you do... I guess they're immune to fire. Right?
We won't fall here. I swear
Not
it.
entirely, but they don't take much damage from it.
Distract them for me.
A calculated risk.
Make every strike count.
Can't you just die already?
I think that's a great suggestion, WotR. Critical hit 118. I can see why people recommend that axe.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Into the fray!
I don't even have a haste on.
Time to share your treasures.
Not that haste affects critical hit chance,
This
but
should do it.
coup de grâce, please. Thank you. Or maybe I should say merci. Components for 100 bases circlet. The electricity-driven machines seem designed for blacksmithing and producing items. Now I do believe we might actually have to go to 100 base before we take the final rooms. Here I'm going to save because some of these checks are very high.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
What at first appears to be a patch of rust is revealed, upon closer inspection, to be an old blood stain spread across the wide drain. This machine is used for healing and provides the healer with information about the patient's current condition.
The mongrel did it.
The corpse's mutilated head shows that an attempt was made to place the circlet on the victim's head, but they did not survive the agonizing operation. Ah, more flaming lockpick fuel, good. The contraption before you looks truly sinister, like the entrails of some sort of sea creature. A glinting tangle of ebony tubes connects to a capacious vessel. The bindings, splattered with blackened blood, must serve to hold helpless victims. You notice a piece of scalp stuck between the teeth, the serrated saw. The shiny and impossibly sharp drill is sickening to look at. It's like the machine is sleeping, but ready at any moment to awaken and recommence torturing and dissecting living flesh. Examine it. It appears that this machine is what performed the heinous and disfiguring procedures on the guards that have turned them into puppets. A separate compartment of the machine holds an orderly stack of the nefarious circlets, their metal spikes gleaming. Examine those. Numerous crystal plates, all no thicker than a hair, cover the inside of each circlet's rim. These plates overlap in an intricate pattern and are connected by a web of greyish metal fibers. Small spheres of a cloudy stone that resembles smoky quartz rest against the temples. It's possible that these are what the mysterious master uses to deliver commands to his slaves. Try to get a sense of how the circlets work. Carefully touching the crystal plates, you analyze the circlet's reactions. Some touches make the circlet vibrate quietly, while others cause tiny storms of lightning to run along the spikes. Even though this contraption was created by adepts for a magic that you are completely unfamiliar with, you are nonetheless certain that it is magical. Basing your assumptions on your knowledge of primary arcane principles, you're able to guess the access keys to some of the simplest, least sophisticated functions and activate the circlet. It seems that this item was crafted through the use of psionic magic. The crown can heighten one's sensitivity to such influences, but it could instead be made to protect the wearer from psionics. I don't think I can do that right now. I lack an item. Yeah, I do. Here is a Tharavance. I think you guys can read this yourself, because as far as I remember, she doesn't really say much of interest. I don't think we can help her. So we shall grant her a merciful death. The corpse under the sheet is one of the defenders of this place. The mechanical parts have been roughly ripped out and the flesh discarded like carrion. So there is one more part we need. But at least now we can go into this room. Takes one of the lockpick fuels.
Can't hide from me.
Helmet of the Abyss Killer. The crates numbered with Numerian symbols are arranged with compulsive precision. Holy writings about Iomede's mortal life and her acts. The pages are decayed, the text now unreadable. It is unknown how this holy book ended up in a place like this. Cleanse it. I thought there was something else in this room. But apparently I was mistaken. What is the part that I'm missing? I have the components, but I lack... Aha! Right. The knowledge allows you to recognize the contours of a new deadly weapon in the deranged diagram, one based on Numerian technology. The half-assembled magical device looks as incomprehensible as it does absurdly unviable. Welcome 100 Face. Enter your personal code to access the Master's arsenal. No, I thought it was here, but... where is it? In the northwest room, blah blah blah. That's the southwest door. Ah, right, I remember now. Yeesh. We have to go back a ways. It is this door. Augmented worker. I was pretty sure there was going to be a big fight here. Not just 2 augmented workers. That's the circlet we wanted. Stormlord's Resolve. Why hello there. Yes. That'll give Cal the access. That will give Cal access to lightning spells as well as fire spells. Can even turn all damage caused by spells into electrical. How does that work? Ah, if I do this. Interesting. Didn't mean to do that. That was a misclick, but okay.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Yes. The crates are full of gleaming components covered in foul-smelling dark oil. Ring of devastating will. That is a nice ring. The crates, yeah, blah blah. Maybe the fight happens when I use this thing.
This is my kind of work.
After pressing a button a couple of times, a message flashes on the device screen. Psionic Shielding Tools Storeroom 1. Further attempts yield nothing more. We have one more flaming lockpick fuel. Excellent. I believe that is what we need as well. Okay, we are going... Geesh. Navigating this place. We're going here. Oh, wait. No, we are not going here. Not yet. That is the final door. So we're going here, and I think that I may have to give this to Waldriff. I really need to look through the inventory now. It's getting kind of ridiculous here.
Ask nicely.
Yes. There we go. Save. With the help of the tools available to you, convert the crown into protective circlet. First and foremost, you break off the sharp spikes. Then you tear the drill out of the monstrous machine's fastenings. You wield the drill, methodically punching holes in the circlet and hoping that your calculations are correct. By destroying just a few specific parts of this contraption, you can render it completely harmless. At last, your work is complete. You've turned the horrible device into something resembling a helmet that can be worn atop a head. An intact head that hasn't come into contact with a saw. This headgear will keep the wearer safe from even the strongest psionic attacks. Helm of Psionic Protection. I don't know if this door will give us... Need to save here. Did that remove our final lockpick fuel? No, it didn't. Good. I think we deaded it.
You won't survive me. Endure this! I will bring down the divine wrath!
Cover me, all right?
Let's try this way.
But that means I can do lightning damage, doesn't it? Didn't do any damage.
The light take you!
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
I might have been a little early here, to be honest. As in, I might have been better off waiting a level or two before I went here, is what I meant by that. Okay, everyone out.
I'm all ears. I'm curious.
Flaming lockpick fuel. Is that all that is in there? No, there's a chest as well, but we need Woolgy for that.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Eluding swing. Not too shabby. Okay, we basically only have 100 phase left. There are a couple of other things we need to do first.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
This room with a collapsed floor was abandoned rather than repaired. Triple fin helmet. Oh, wow! That is going definitely on one of the animal companions.
Are we in trouble yet?
No, we seem to be doing quite well, thank you very much, Lan. So now the next room we need to go to is... well, that's a bit too far here. Because I think we have 2 of these now. Yes, perfect. This room is a bit weird. Here.
No reason to pause.
Something
Okay,
wrong?
Woolgif, you have to go in here.
This is my kind of work.
So we should not go into that room yet. First of all, we should go to this machine. Use magic device. Its red lights flash ominously and the strange mechanism begins to emit a low hum. After running an eye over the front panel, you notice 3 half-faded pictographs. The first looks like a symbol for fire, the second might be a symbol for wind, and the third reminds you of the imprint of a hand. After a great deal of effort, you determine that the device is supposed to send signals to a person in a neighboring room. It seems that is where they conducted the experiments involving dangerous substances. The hand symbol must have been a signal for a worker to bring a dangerous item into the room or to remove one. The wind symbol presumably initiates the air filtration system, and the symbol of fire must incinerate everything inside. The device seems to wink at you with one of its red lights and begins to emit a low, soothing hum. I don't know, if you ask me, that looks very dangerous still. Yeah. Oh well. I think it might have bugged on me. No, I did the wrong order. That's why it didn't work. Silly Cal. No, Cal, you're not the one who's going to do that. Go away. Waldriff. Press the hand symbol. Then the wind symbol. That's better. And
Pretty good, aren't I?
yep. As a matter of fact, you are. The fragments of the smashed glass dome appear to have melted, as if the glass was eaten away by the gas that was previously held inside it. The glass dome is the fragile barriers that separates you from deadly gas. Only a madman could have created a weapon so misguided and so lethal.
This is my kind of work.
And here we get the certainty of death. The dwarven Urgrosh. That's basically all of the rooms, I think. With the exception of 100 Face and the vault. Yeah, I can't see any other rooms. However, I'm not going to face 100 Face without first and foremost having a rest. Because we're out of spells, and that is definitely a difficult combat. Let's see, do we have a better... Hello? A better recipe here? Might want to change to that one, but difficulty class 24. Then again, Wally's already at 23. I think we'll make Curse Pillar. That is +1 cooking bonus to attack rolls. So, okay. Before we rest, I just need to check to make sure that I do have one spell available here somewhere. This one. Good. Now we can rest. Let's buff up. And I'm sure you can see why I wanted those spells available.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Electricity, please. And then electricity. save. Let's disable that crap. Save again. And for the sake of my sanity, yes. There we go. The mage's voice is quiet, matter of fact. You've demonstrated superior abilities. We are impressed. We greet you, candidate. Who are you? We are Hundredface, the Mind Engineer, the alloy of mortal and immortal. We oversee this community. You realize you've seen this face before. The cowl-shrouded visage of the Kellid Velg who told you about this place. The top of Hundredface's skull has been removed like the others, but the crown he's wearing is much larger and more intricate. 2 seconds. Hey, I know you. True. Your arrival was planned in accordance with the schedule. Given that the original host's body possesses the most advanced functionality, we used it to convince you to come. We are satisfied with the fact that you arrived within the scheduled time limits, as did all previous candidates. The calculations do not require adjustment. The original host name does not matter, and neither does the history of his existence. We are not what he was. We have long surpassed the limitations of a mortal creature's mind. The singular personality was split in order to achieve complexity of thought. Now we are a collective. We are Hundredface. So many fancy words, but it's all so simple. You used to be human, then you became a monster. That's it. So you even turned yourself into a machine. True. The exhaustion and deterioration of living tissue reached critical levels. For the purposes of continuation of function, a number of measures were taken. The decision was considered acceptable. The procedure resulted in the duration of existence being extended by an undefined length of time, which will prove sufficient for the discovery of permanent solutions. Why have you lured me here? The question requires a multi-part response. First, we have been testing our location's deterrence systems. The deterrence system has been judged unsatisfactory. Adjustment based on this observation is required. Second, we have been testing you. You have been deemed satisfactory, candidate. You will be subjected to the modernization procedure. Third, we have been searching for a fitting specimen as a replacement to lead our field combat unit. Your abilities have been deemed extraordinary. The modernization procedure will be modified in order to take the specimen's peculiar properties into account. We are satisfied to the highest degree and are experiencing a state of euphoria. We wish to inform you that you will serve as the leader of our army. What are you doing here? We are conducting the project, implementing its schedule, and gathering an army. While incrementally enhancing countermeasures, we are attracting increasingly more dangerous opponents to absorb their abilities through modernization and amalgamation. Sorry about that. The next scheduled phase is to attract a high volume of non-mortal opponents, such as the demon armies of the Worldwound. The chances of victory are adequate. How did you convince the Sarkorians to serve you? The manipulative approach was deemed optimal. The specimens were motivated by the promise of assistance. Mistrust was suppressed through the weakening of their identity's basic elements, such as hope, religious beliefs, or ethical limitations. Insubordination was suppressed through internal purges. You're just playing with the lives of others. True. Playing a game is the preferred default activity for the most advanced intellects. The mind's purpose is to play and find the optimal strategy to achieve total victory. See, everyone who's watching this and who loves to play game, we are the most advanced intellects. Ha! Well, at least we can pretend. How do you bend mortals to your will? You cannot comprehend the intricacies of our work. It is highly probable that you assume that the key is the direct cerebral connection, but that is an insignificant accomplishment within our project. Our true genius is embodied in the device you are observing at this moment. It collects external thoughts that are then translated into generic signs, stored, transformed, and sent back as commands. This process is efficient, so it's a Borg vinculum. The cognition circlet receives the command and compels the body to execute it. It expels all redundant and resistant elements from the specimen's mind. Our device is the pinnacle of scientific thought, a mechanism created by a mortal being, yet it surpasses its creator in every aspect. It is the beginning of a new era, a gateway to the future. It allows us to control our servants. We are holding them at the tip of our thoughts. Our soldiers have forgotten the meaning of fear, because we have erased it from their hearts and minds. They have forgotten their lives. The reclaimed space has been used to store knowledge of combat arts and mastery of Numerian weapons. They know no pain, and their bodies remain obedient to the cognition circlets, no matter the wounds they sustain. Until their functionality is lost completely, they will execute the commands. Observe, even physiological death failed to make many of them abandon their posts. Is this not the perfect army? Should you not be bowing before our genius and thanking us for revealing the truth? This is horrific. We've been fighting demons and cultists for so long, I'd forgotten the vile misdeeds mortals can commit without any prompting from the abyss. All these never before seen mechanisms, how did you obtain them? They were procured in the depths of Numeria. We executed a series of expeditions into Silver Mount, where we discovered these and many other pieces. Killing noise, chambers of eternal life, artificial creatures, technology. Even Hundred's Face's impassive voice tenses upon uttering the last word. These items were crafted from sky metals. They are not from Golarion. They were created under the light of other stars. The Technic League in Numeria extracts such machines from the ground. They think they can understand their essence and claim them. False. The nations of Golarion are underdeveloped beyond measure compared to the creators of these items, and their failure is therefore assured. Only the device that we assembled is capable of fully grasping technology. I won't submit to you. False. We will now begin the preparations for modernization. So Waldriff has quite the task here.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Didn't Wally have trickery? He does.
What a find!
Should enable this. I think I actually managed to stave off any additional ads.
Cover me, all right?
Since I disabled all of those 4 things that quickly. Which made this battle a lot easier than it is supposed to be. Stand by. Immediate extermination has been considered ineffective. The viability of our host has been compromised. The probability of death is estimated at 100%. The device must not cease its operations. We are ready to transfer the device control codes to you. Why are you giving your creation over to me? Self-perfection. We approach self-perfection by increasing the complexity of the structures we develop. The device is the most perfect and the most complex of the structures of our making. Its continued operation will guarantee the most successful completion of our function. 100 Face starts speaking in Hallit, the language of Numeria, and his voice takes on an almost physical presence. His words are impressed upon your mind with such force, you doubt you'll ever be able to forget them. Upon completing his task, 100 Face gives an approving nod. The code that controls the device is now known to you. Use it. Its potential is limitless. It will run the necessary procedures on mortal candidates without no need for your input. You will be able to make use of the results. Awaiting affirmative response. I have no plans of using that thing. The device greets your approach with majestically cold indifference. Judging by the sounds it makes, it is continuing its frightening and monumental work even after its owner's death. Examine it. The device makes all of 100 Face's other creations look like pathetic tin handicrafts. Its inner workings reveal an array of perfect geometric forms, and a large crystal covered in minuscule engravings hovers suspended at its very center. The wave of energy it emits envelops you. This crystal contains tremendous power, and it is the writing on its surface that directs that power. It feels as if the device itself is a living creature, one that is merely sleeping for now. Step away, save. I did it. Recalling all that you've ever read or heard about the Numerian arts of technomancy, you fully understand the sheer genius of 100 Face. Did he even realize what he had created? That the true function for which he was using the device, controlling enslaved warriors, was but a shred of its true potential? One might as well use a finely tuned astronomical instrument as a paperweight. The key, unique feature of the device is its ability to read and process the thoughts of sentient creatures. By absorbing them into the crystal that serves as its heart, it breaks complex thoughts and emotions down into the basic, clear symbols that is readable by anyone. It perceives deeply personal feelings and casually assimilates any experience, no matter how unique. It learns, and what it learns is everything. 100 Faces' army provided it with many thoughts and emotions, but the device hungers for something more. Observing this magnificent monster is both breathtaking and terrifying. Destroy the device that should not exist in this world. The device refuses to die. You watch as clouds of metallic dust erupt from its depths and gather around the parts you've damaged, restoring their original condition. You hear a low scraping noise coming from the core of the mechanism, like a giant tossing and turning in its steel cradle, shaking off sleep. Now that you've attacked the device, it tries to awaken, to become more complex in order to protect itself. Without wasting another moment, you call upon all your power and deliver a single unstoppable deadly blow. It tears the massive crystal heart from the depths of the device. The mechanism thrashes around like a beast in agony until at last it goes still. Yeah, no, I don't think we'd want that thing to be operating. It's plentiful that we have Borg in the Star Trek universe. We don't need Borg in this world as well. And here's the Numerian Greatsword, which is also a pretty nice weapon. It does random, not really random thing, but you can activate one of these 5 enhancements for a number of rounds equal to half the wielder's level. Some of these are perhaps not so good, and some of them are very good. But it's not exactly something that works for a lot of the time. And I think that concludes our little mission here. I will go and open this door just to make sure, since I didn't have that much perception when I was in here. Also, that'll rid us of the final flaming lockpick fuel. Because this is the final door that can be opened by it.
Always be ready for the worst.
Yep, nothing left, which means that we are done in Blackwater. And I have some tidying up to do in the inventory here. While we're out here, I don't want to go there now, but Stargazer's report. Good. Why does everyone have a black cloud over there? They're blind. Why are they blind?
Let's try this way.
Must have been something that happened
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
with the machine that I didn't notice.
The light, take you!
Begone, fiend!
This will hurt.
I don't know what this random encounter here is. A great sword +1 and a mithril pocket mirror. Cold iron masterwork bardish. Apparently some crusaders were here. Oh, hello there. Don't I have a spell to remove blindness? Apparently not.
Rely on me.
The goddess protects us.
Time's not waiting.
Let's see here. I do have. There we go.
Yet another obstacle.
Haste, please. Gosh darn, great axe. There's a lot of them as well.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Really need to get rid of those.
You won't survive me.
Geesh, there's a lot of them here.
Fall!
Into the fray!
Endure this!
Take that. Take those things. I'll go through any relevant things afterwards, but so far we're just looting normal stuff, really. That's a lot of Masterwork scimitars. I didn't entirely expect all this to happen when we got this random encounter.
This is my kind of work.
Oh, it's Berenguer. Knight Commander. The old paladin nods to you like to an old friend. You've turned the Worldwound into quite the thoroughfare. Every time I go hunting, I meet either you or your crusaders. Thank you for your praise. It is well deserved. Why are you so intent on avoiding crusaders, Berenguer? The old man's gaze turns flinty. I'm in my 70s. I've been fighting demons most of my life, and I've seen the crusades from the inside. They almost killed my faith in Iomedae and my determination. This is why I fight my war alone now. I will never stop protecting the world from demons, but fighting alongside crusaders whose crazed fanaticism pulls them to spinelessness and treachery and back again like a swinging pendulum? No. There's a lot of bitterness in your words, old-timer. I can't say they're not fair, but doesn't our oath oblige us to think the best of our comrades? And who will show others the right way if every paladin becomes a hermit? You speak well, girl. You know how to get to the heart of things. The old man is silent for a while. The burden of faith is not easy. The Herald of Iomedae is on my side, and you doubt me. The good old Herald, the hand of the Inheritor? He's brave and strong, but I can't place all my trust in one person, even the best of angels. We are mortals. We have our own life, just one. Farewell, Knight Commander. May the Inheritor keep you safe. Somehow I suspect we will see him again, though. But I doubt that we will be able to recruit him to the crusade. He seems pretty determined about his conviction not to. Still wonder what it was that made us blind. Come on, Arakel. Okay, I think that's about what we can find here, so let's head on out and go back to Dresden. I'd like to sleep to get rid of that blindness. Whoomp, and whoomp, and whoomp, and whoomp, and whoomp. Today Erebeth looks unusually lively. Her eyes are shining again, which you haven't seen since the battle for the Lost Chapel. Saluting you, she stands at attention. Commander, forgive me for bothering you with a personal matter, but I just wanted to say how grateful I am to you. During the attack on Dresden, I did not exactly cover myself in glory. You had every reason to throw me out of the army or send me to the condemned. Yet you supported me. You helped me regain my footing and continue to fight. You will not regret this decision, I swear. I will never again let the Crusaders down, neither by my actions, nor by my words, nor by my thoughts. I will be loyal to the Crusade to the end. I'm glad you feel better now. Thank you, Commander. Kiribeth smiles. I have conquered my inner demons. Now I can go back to fighting the real kind. Commander, unexpected reinforcements have arrived. Not from the Queen this time. These are volunteers. A group of Kelid barbarians have come, all of them seasoned fighters. They wish to serve under your command. This tribe seems to have a bone to pick with the demons. They believe that ravaging Sarkoris made the demons the personal enemies of all the peoples of the north. They are proud that you're a human, just like them, and they say that as soon as they heard about your deeds in Canabras and Dresden, they knew that a true chief had finally come. Not sure accepting them in the army would be such a great idea. Is there any other way they can help the crusade? I'll speak with them. I don't think they'll refuse to help us with resources, or with something else we need. Thank you, Commander. They approach as if in military formation, in boxed up, arranged so that the tallest, a white-haired elf, occupies the central position, flanked by the other two. At the same time, it does not seem as though any one of the three is the leader. Knight Commander Cal, we are representatives of the Hell Knights in the no man's land of the Worldwound. Paralictor Amenos Wrenth of the Order of the Gate, Paralictor Lorana Tai from the Order of the Pike, and Paralictor Garen Deothan from the Order of the Pyre. After introducing themselves, all three turn to Regil in unison and give curt nods. The elf, Paralictor Amenos Wrenth, turns his gaze on you. His voice is dry and his speech is fastidiously formal. We have come to officially greet the commander of the Fifth Crusade on behalf of the coalition of the Hell Knight Orders. The Orders have been and remain fundamentally opposed to demons and demon worshippers. We will continue to act in the no man's land of the Worldwound as an allied force to your armies. Is that all you wanted to say? One more thing. Our chapters, together with a troop led by Paralictor Derenge, intend to establish an outpost, or rather, a fortified transfer point for our operations. We have found suitable ruins from the First Crusade, and we have begun making them fit for habitation. When the outpost is ready, you will be entitled as our ally to make use of the facilities for rest and sustenance when you are making forays deeper into the wound. On that, we shall take our leave, Knight Commander. Brutish folks. Captain Odan salutes you and looks over the military council intently. Our intelligence was correct. Karamzade's host marches on Dresden. In his position, the wisest course of action upon reaching the walls would be to lay siege and wear down our forces with nuisance raids. However, my experience tells me that he will act differently. This is going to be a full-on assault, a decisive display of his power. When the enemy moves in on our position, we must meet them with a hail of arrows from the walls, gaining the full advantage of our superior defensive position. To prepare our army for this battle, I propose to pass a reform and increase the presence of ranged troops in our ranks. I believe light-armored slingers, a great number of whom can be trained quickly, will be adequate for our purposes. And once the demons get to them, every one of those slingers will be slaughtered. I say we only recruit experienced, seasoned rangers who have travelled far and wide and know how to defend themselves in any situation. Captain Odan is correct to assume that our ranged troops can manage with light armaments. However, the troops themselves must be of exemplary quality to complete the task at hand. I suggest we pick the most adept archers we have and have them undergo rigorous training until they become true marksmen. Greybor smiles condescendingly. In my experience, in a fight with a dozen quick and accurate archers, the most valuable among them is the one who knows how to pick the right target. You don't learn that kind of skill on the archery range, only in action. Call some headhunters, hard-boiled cutthroats who live by their ability to put an arrow in the eye of a moving target. Rangers are decent, but marksmen are better. So marksman is my preference, 29 to 36. Headhunters? No. We definitely do not want slingers. I prefer to strengthen the army with snipers. Regil nods silently. I hope these measures will be enough to repel Karamzade's onslaught, and if not, those who come to take our place will learn from our mistakes and fare better. And on that note, I think we are ready to wrap up. So if you have any questions and or comments, or if you want to just leave a little emoji to appease the YouTube algorithm gods, then please do feel free to do so in the comment section below. I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and I hope to see you all in the next one.